Hey guys, so I'm going to show you a technique that I use at Nogi Worlds. I'm going to take you through it and show you some other options that you can do from that. So we're going to start from the closed guard here. And what I was looking to do was reach over for either a hip bump on this arm where I could lift and bump my partner over, or if they look to wrap their hands up, which she did, I could look to attack the Kimura on this side too. So what ended up happening, when I got to this position and I started to loop over this arm, what I'm doing is reaching through and then grabbing the forearm. She then locked her hands up as a defense. So this is a good defense to do. It ended up allowing me to sweep her over in this direction. However, if she were to release her hands in this position, that would allow me to attack this arm and drag it back, okay? So because I couldn't get that Kimura, when I had weaved through this space here and she had her arms locked up, she was also pulling her weight backwards, so I couldn't drag her forward to start to break that grip and extend that arm. So you can see here behind, the Peyton's leg is exposed a little bit because her foot is basing out slightly for balance. So I'm going to bring my foot behind and look to weave and extend that leg. There have been times where I've had to extend this so much so that I could keep hip bumping, okay? But there's not much space to extend here. So instead, what I'm going to look to do is now take her back forward. My goal originally was to extend here to help me stretch out and then break this grip to attack the Kimura. But I ended up getting enough momentum to sweep them overhead. Okay, so we're here. I'm gonna rock up onto my elbow, base to my hand, and look, I'm reaching over for just a traditional hip bump or Kimura, reaching over the tricep, and I loop through onto the forearm here. In this position, my partner's gonna lock up their grip and base backwards just so that I can't drag her forward now. So if I try and go for the Kimura and drag back, it's too much force going in the opposite direction. So instead, I loop my foot through behind her ankle here, extend my leg straight so there's that counter pressure on the knee, and then I'm gonna drop my weight back. I can either break this grip here, okay, or what ended up happening, as I came up here, she locks, I can get that roll here to finish, okay? So I was pulling forward so much that she opted, instead of to break her grip, was to roll over that shoulder and go with the momentum instead, okay? So we're here. I've got my closed guard. I've rocked to my side and all the way up onto my hand. So I've got full extension here. So I'm really gonna commit over to this hip bump, okay? So I can get a better reaction of her looking to base that back foot out right here. Otherwise, if I bring that back in, I can usually look to step over fully for my hip bump sweep. So I commit to that first sweeping attempt. So as I come up here, I really base out. So now you can see that little kick step coming out behind her here on Peyton. Now when I reach through, I have that space to hook my foot all the way through here. I link up, so my hand is curling around the forearm. And now look, I'm gonna drop back and go for that sweep. So I'm dropping all the way back onto this shoulder. And then I lift my hips to finish using that grip to keep me linked onto my partner. From this position, look, I can release. Maybe you can keep going for that Kimura, or you can release and just take the mount position like standard. Okay, so give it a go and let me know if you enjoy.